So we're here at Pilot Expo 2026 and I'm joined by Daniella from Resource Group. And I just want to ask you a few questions about Resource Group, why you're here, and any advice maybe to anyone watching this. Yeah. So first of all, can you tell us a little bit more about Resource Group and what you do?
So we are a flight crew leasing company. We've been in the industry for 50 years now. We work with airlines to partner them with the right crew.
Why have you come to Pilot Expo this year?
So we've come to Pilot Expo to really push the exposure of our brand. We're trying really hard to connect the right pilots with the right airlines this year. It's really in our core in our interest really, to find the right roles for the right people, to ensure that they've got the career path that they want to be on and they're not moving from job to job. They're finding the right position for them at the right time.
Perfect. And speaking about this that you've just mentioned now, are there any maybe type of roles that are more in demand at the moment, would you say, in the market?
Yeah, definitely. We're seeing a lot of captain roles available at the moment. That definitely seems to be a trend that we are seeing in 2025 through into 2026. There seems to be a real demand for captains, a real shortage of pilots in general, but particularly captains we're seeing come through at the moment.
So there's more opportunities for captains. Is this limited? Because we've had a few conversations. Some say they're looking for more experienced pilots. Others are saying doesn't really matter. They don't have to be so experienced. Is this a thing you're seeing? Is it in general?
I think it changes. It varies from client to client. So some will look for that golden egg. They want the exact right amount of hours on the exact aircraft type. And we're seeing more and more that pilots are the ones that are in demand. So airlines are having to really adjust to what the market is giving them at the moment. So there is a lot of flexibility I'm finding from airlines to be able to deliver, the vacancies that need to be filled.
Perfect. So would you say you have an overall positive feeling of the market right now from your perspective? Is it stable? Are there a lot of opportunities coming? You've kind of touched upon a few of these things now, but in general, positive outlook?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a very exciting time to be a pilot at the moment. There's definitely a shortage, which puts the ball in the pilot's court. They're able to look around and there's the real demand for the pilots. So airlines are having to work with what they've got now.
Good. Okay, this is great. I know you've said it's really good for you to come to Pilot Expo for visibility. Would you advise people to come and visit you here physically instead of just applying online?
Yeah, absolutely.
Does this change things for the applicant?
Definitely. I always think that we're in a very personable industry, so it's important to be able to build those connections where you can. Nothing beats face-to-face. We've seen a real shift in just general trends since COVID over the last 5 years, where a lot of things are done remotely now, but you're in a cockpit, you're going to be with your captain, your first officer, and with your crew in general. You are flying crew to their destination, maybe not so much for cargo, but your passengers are your customers at the end of the day. So it's a face-to-face environment, and I think it's really important to make those connections. So I think that's why we are here, and why people should come to visit us.
Definitely. There's a few companies that are here that are quite similar to how you guys work, and it's a great opportunity for people to come and have a more personal approach and see. Here you even have some things you offer.
Training courses.
Training courses. So it's good to always see firsthand, I guess, and networking as well. It's important for everybody to network, not just in the aviation industry, but I think
absolutely. And I think
hands-on, as you said. So
definitely, and with our brand as well. Just looking at us, we're here at Pilot Expo. You would assume that we just deal with pilots, but we have a wide range. So we deal with the engineer side as well, the technical side of the business. So anyone on the ground, we can help assist with jobs as well. And not only that, we have the training division as well. So we provide courses for pilots and for engineers, mechanics as well. So there's a whole host of different options that we have.
Perfect. And it's important because I don't know, a lot of people might not know this, because I think it's the first year that this event's actually open for engineers as well. So it's not just pilots, for anyone watching this that isn't a pilot. So when it comes to CVs, what would you say are some or one of the main red flags you might come across?
Okay, so not necessarily a red flag, because I think putting your CV out to an agency is never a bad thing. But some things or hints and tips that I would give would be to keep it concise. If particularly if you're spanning a long career, it can end up being 2-3 pages. So try and keep your core of what you're doing in the main part of your CV. So we want to see your hours, we want to see your most recent flight history, because that's what the potential employers are going to want to know. As well, just a bit about yourself, but not in too much detail.
Yeah, you would say keeping it concise. Maybe, I mean, for most, not just aviation, but most of the time they tell you to keep it maybe on 1 page or 1 or 2 pages,
yeah,
not too long, because
1.5, 2 maximum, because we see hundreds of CVs all the time. So we really want to just get
need to capture the attention.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. I just want to know, what's one piece of advice or some advice, maybe you've answered this throughout, that you would give any candidates or pilots or aspiring pilots currently facing the market?
I would say at the moment the pilots are in demand, so it can be really, really hard to get in the door of an airline.
Okay.
So just keep progressing, keep pushing ahead, because once you get that, that's the first step, and then you can build up from there.
Perfect, thank you so much. And just for anyone watching this that might not know where to find you specifically, your social media, your website, what's the best form of contact?
Yeah, so both of those. So our website, www.resourcegroup.co.uk/employment, particularly for the jobs, but resourcegroup.co.uk for our whole host of what we do. And also our LinkedIn page, we post on there daily, 3 times a day, so you'll never miss a trip.
Perfect, okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.